Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today I'm looking at another Zombie Labs figure, 1/18 scale. This is number 002. I looked at Bane last time. This is Marian, which I picked up from a shop here in China. Box is quite standard, Zombie Lab on the side, picture of a Vitruvian zombie on the back, on the side and back, and then some of the other figures, including Marian, there, a specimen, a zombie, and Banner, who seems to be a doctor. So, looks nice from the outside. Let's have a look on the inside. And again, I'm going to be careful with the joints, because some of these have had reports of being painted shut. So, when you move the joints, you have a risk of snapping the plastic. Okay, so let's open that. Let's pull out the figure. We have a card which will have information on the back in very, very, very small writing. I'm not sure if I want to bore you with this. So Zombie Lab is built 15 floors deep into the underground, all sealed with one and only entrance. All intelligence, research, and experiments can only be carried out in the lab. The lab was run with maximum security within 1 kilometer radius of the lab's perimeter is designated as restricted area, as a restricted area. Get me to correct your English, Zombie Labs, please. On 15th floor of Zombie Lab is where all specimens are stored and observed. Yeah, that should be 15th floor down, but never mind. The scientists make pseudo-zombies by injecting artificial zombie virus into patients who have just died. General zombification happens in about 1 hour, while artificial zombification takes up to 24 hours. In other words, scientists have 24 hours to experiment with different vaccines looking for the right cure. There are currently 36 specimens in the lab. If the specimens don't react to the vaccine, the eventual zombie has to be killed. Specimen 459 is definitely in the spotlight. 2 hours after injecting the serum, specimen 459 showed a decrease in activity level of the zombie virus and even started displaying human reflexes. Dr. Banner and his team watched 459 across the glazing, measuring the number of reflexes. Across the glazing, okay. Measuring the number of reflexes. This doesn't seem to do with Marian at the moment, anyway. After more than 2 years of research, the team finally saw light at the end of the tunnel. Dr. Banner's team continued to cautiously observe 459 for the following 8 hours. Banner left the lab with serum Z34 and a viral agent, heading off to his office on the 10th floor to continue his research. He felt jaded as he walked along the long corridor, reminiscing all the failures the team had gone through. The ultimate goal was to develop a vaccine that could suppress the virus before it made a human being a zombie. When the number of zombies goes down, this means that the human race has triumphed. Doctor, run! Dr. Banner's intercom suddenly shouted. Emergency lights flashed, indicating a code red in Lab 51 district. Dr. Banner, please come to the control room immediately! The supervisor's voice came out of the intercom. Banner knew at once there was an incident, so he dashed to the control room on the 11th floor. He opened the door to find his staff wailing. The laboratory on the 15th floor has turned into dead man's land. Banner looked at the CCTV footage to witness all his researchers being attacked by the specimens. He was speechless seeing all this. Banner eventually pulled himself together and asked what has happened. Or what's happened. 459 went berserk on the apparatus and has lost consciousness. When researchers thought he died like other failed specimens, they opened the observation room. 459 suddenly woke up and attacked the researcher. And then 459 ran to other observation rooms and freed other specimens. The whole lab went into chaos in less than 5 minutes. So all the researchers, I'm so sorry, Doctor. The specimens are now trying to open the gates to other floors. We don't have time to discuss, we need to evacuate. There are now over a dozen dead zombies in Lab 51 district, we need help. The staff in the control room had no choice but to escape with Dr. Banner. At the same time, the zombies have also started raiding multiple floors. Anyone the zombies come across were made into new zombies, and the entire lab went into a state of madness. To be continued. So nothing to do with Marian on the story. That's just to do with zombies and some of the things that happened. Okay, so figure looks nice. We have an axe, we have like a machete, a handgun, and a meat cleaver. And Miriam has a jacket, and she has a holster for the gun and a foot base there. So let's get this open. Let's look at the accessories first, then we look at Miriam. Is there any tape on this? The answer is, I think no. This is on one side. No, there's no tape. Okay, so accessories first. Let's look at this fire axe. Nice unbloodied. Got a bit of weathering on there. It looks quite nice. That's not a bad looking weapon as stock, as that's how it comes stock without having any other paint apps applied. That's pretty decent job, Zombie Labs. I'm impressed. The meat cleaver, again, nice. I'm not sure about this two-tone blade, and you've got the blood on the sharp part. The two-tone blade looks a bit strange, but having the handle a different colour is a lovely touch, and the holes in the handle too. The machete, nice again. You have different colour handle to the blade, holes in the handle, and the blade's got the blood effect too, so that's a really nice looking machete. Not a sword, not a knife, a machete, a cutlass, which is good. The handgun looks nice. It's got little details. What would have been nice if they did what Acid Rain do in 1/18 scale, they put a little hole in the barrel, but that's just a minor thing here. Base is very simple, 2 foot pegs and what looks like maybe a Subway cover there, but a very strange looking Subway cover. And that looked nice if you paint it up because it's quite textured. Okay, let's look at this Marian character. First impression, she does look really good. They're giving her sort of skinny jeans. Got this nice leather jacket, but one of the things I can see is because she's wearing a white top underneath. If you look down the arms, you can see the white through. So if you're going to keep this jacket on, you may want to add some brown paint, colour match the paint on the arms there so it stays the same. Also, even though the jacket comes off, if you take it off, she will have these brown arms underneath. So you may want to look at either swapping the arms out or repainting if you're going to do that. She's got some abs. Underneath there she's got something else, like I'm not sure that is in her little belt, but it hasn't come out. But the holster is empty for the handgun. Okay, let's look at articulation. I'll start from the feet and go up. So the ankles are down and okay, they do move, but they are a little bit stiff. Okay, so I am going to give that the hot water treatment a little bit later, but it should get a good range of motion. The knees, double knee joint as we'd expect, and you get a nice tight bend on both of the knees, which is really nice. Okay, on the hips and thighs, sideways, yeah, she can do taekwondo, not too bad. Forwards is nice, backwards is not so nice because the mold gets in the way, the mold of the butt and the upper thigh. Waist, forwards and backwards, and she can twist, which is great. Shoulders, again I want to be a little bit careful on the shoulders. Okay. The jacket doesn't seem to impinge, get in the way of articulation, but the sculpt does a little bit, but not too bad. She gets over 90 degrees on each there. And obviously their arms twist, the shoulders twist around as well. Elbow joint, single elbow joint, and she gets, let's have a look. Just, her right arm gets just under 90 degrees, and her left arm just gets about 90 degrees. So you can see that this one is around 90 degrees, maybe slightly better. This one is not quite 90 degrees. And the head, she's got a nice articulation here. So she has these small down and up. She has left and right, and she also has a side to side. The hair isn't articulated, which is a shame because that, with too much bending, will snap. Now, because this is Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S compatible, swapping heads around and parts around will be easy, but color matching the flesh might be a bit difficult. If I look on her hands, okay, they twist. This one does have a joint, if you can see. Let's have a look and see that on the camera. Here, so she should be able to do this. So let's have a look. Yeah, so wrist up, flat, and down, which is nice. This one, there is no joint I can see anywhere. Okay. Nice looking figure, just a shame that the ankles are a bit tight coming out. Also, she has these on the bottom of her jeans, skinny jeans, she has these things which will get in the way slightly of the articulation, which is a shame. You have to put the there we go, the shoe tongue behind it to actually bend the leg. Okay, I've done it without hot water. And she stands up nice and easily. Now I must make sure the legs are both even, otherwise she's going to stand up at a funny angle. Okay, body straight. Okay, so there she is. How does she compare to other 118? Well, let's look at Bane, the other one I looked at. She is in fact a touch taller than him. If we look at a, let me see, a loose stock Ock who's got a little price tag on him, minus his tentacles. So this is a Marvel Universe or Marvel Legends small scale. She's about the same scale as well, but her head is quite big in comparison. If we look at a War of Order, minus a head, you can see again the scaling is good. Head on top, about the same height. This is a Ronin from Marvel. And we can see again that the scale is perfect for other 118 figures. So she scales really well. Let's see how she holds her weapons. So look at her hands, and no spare hands, but she's got both hands ready to hold stuff, which is nice. If you do have Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S, you can swap the hands around, which is really nice. But again, the color matching will be up to you to sort out with a bit of paint. Let's look at how she holds these weapons. Fingers are a bit stiff, which I don't like. I like the fingers to be more rubbery, so it's easier to bend and grab. But she holds the machete really quite well, so that's no problem. The axe is slightly bigger handle, but again, that's no problem for her to hold. Let's get her holding this with two hands. This hand's a bit tighter, which is a little bit issue. There she goes. Yeah, she's badass. She's ready for some zombie slaying action. Or maybe she's not. Okay, let's stand her up. Yeah, she is a good looking 118 scale female figure. Very sort of heroic, which we're missing really in 118 scale generally. Let's get into some of the g.i.Joe stuff. So she is pretty badass. Meat cleaver should be the same as the machete. Handle's slightly different because it's got a hook on the end, so that makes it slightly different to hold. She can't hold it anywhere, can't hold it right at the bottom, but she will hold it quite tightly. And then the main test again is the pistol. This is the thickest handle going across this way. Compare that to the axe. It's substantially thicker in terms of this small scale, also compared to the machete. So holding this would be a bit more of a challenge for her. Both hands seem to be almost identical. So let's see how she does holding this. I think this is going to be far more difficult for her. Okay, she holds it, but it looks uncomfortable. It's like she's gripping like this. Not like a gun, but sort of like that. So it's a little bit uncomfortable, but she does grip it well. And hopefully we can be totally badass if you want. You can have your axe in one hand. Sort that out there. Fingers come open. Axe pop in. Okay. pistol. Her hand popped out then, and pistol in the other hand. Okay, so yeah, she is a nice figure. She's pretty badass. Definitely worth the investment if you're into 1/18 scale, particularly because it's just another variety of female action figure, which is generally missing in these sort of line of toys, but really, really nicely done. Nice paint job. There's weathering, there's inking on the hair, which is nice. The face is particularly well done as well. The body sculpt is pretty good. She's got some abs, you can see just down the bottom here. Not too big on the boobs, so as to make her unrealistic. A natural sculpt and good clotheslines as well on the jeans and on the upper body and on the jacket. So that's a really nice job done there. And the last thing to see is how does the pistol fit into the holster. The jacket might get in the way, so I'm going to move the jacket tight first, and the pistol should. Yeah, that is a really, really nice fit on the pistol. Really, really good. The belt will come off somehow. Maybe it's a stretch and take down, or maybe there's a little latch I haven't seen yet. But it is a well-designed toy. They have done a good job here. Now there is one thing that looks a bit unusual here. Maybe it's just my imagination. It looks like that maybe one leg is slightly longer than the other. Maybe this leg's slightly longer. She appears to be slanting over to my right, your left maybe, but small thing. She is a great figure. Well worth getting if you have the finances and you can find one, or you can order from one of the shops like Locker Toys, etc. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share and subscribe. And I'll be back soon with more awesome toy action videos for you. Stay happy and keep collecting, okay? Bye-bye.